I am speaking to you from the Cabinet Room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
It's very strange to be sitting in Turing's office because I'm confronted suddenly by a real person, and in a way that's the point of Codebreaker, is to remind people that he was a real person, because he was so brilliant and because he achieved so much. He becomes almost a mythic character.
Spies and secrets and code breaking was not the way that they would fight a war in those days. I guess the mathematicians were not fully appreciated. Many people do not still know about Alan Turing, and I'm thrilled that we can tell people the story, tell people more about Alan Turing through this piece. I think that's a fantastic idea.
The concept for breaking Enigma was given to the British by Polish mathematicians who were breaking pre-war. That then was developed by people like Alan Turing, and from there the British code breakers actually devised a system of breaking into Enigma called a bomb. I would guess that actually the bomb was an aid to him. Once it had done its work, he was then involved actually in the breaking of the settings.
And so it was a gradual process of discovering who this man was that made the project more and more fulfilling as I went along. And it was reading Andrew Hodges' biography that really set the fire going behind the piece. And after that, it was a matter of finding poetry that would express what I thought was Turing's soul at various stages in his life. The poet I most use in Codebreaker is a poet called Sarah Teasdale, who's an American lady from the late 19th century. There's also Wilfred Owen, who you would expect, one of the great war poets, and Oscar Wilde, who was punished under the same law that Turing was punished.
The people who come to hear Codebreaker, many of them will be very familiar with the life of Alan Turing from very different perspectives, either from the mathematics, or from the code breaking, or from his running, or from his tragic demise. But there'll also be a lot of people in the audience who've never heard of Alan Turing, and who will go away with an incredible perspective on this man who was literally damaged by the fact that he existed in the wrong time. Another thing about James is that he is such a sincere man. This honesty and this sincerity goes directly to the heart of the audience, and so when they hear it in performance, it's as if the music has always been there, and it's as if they've heard it before but they can't remember when.
I want the audience at the end of this piece to feel like they've been sitting across the table from Alan Turing, and they've shared a cup of tea with him, and have spoken about his hopes and his fears and what he loves. I don't want this to be a marble statue of Turing or a monument to a distant great man. I want this to be a real flesh and blood person. And I hope the choir will sing differently for this piece than they sing any other piece. I hope that their voices change, and I hope that they enjoy stepping outside their own bodies for the period of Codebreaker.